I sat on my couch in front of my TV, staring intently at the menswear catalogue, nervously eyeing the tall mannequin on the page. That suit, black, with a white undershirt and red tie. It made the mannequin look just like him. Just like the man who'd been following me. It all started about a month ago. I was walking my dog in the park when he started to go crazy. He darted off into the nearby woods and I lost sight of him. After a few hours of searching, it was getting dark, and decided to give up. He would probably come home, dogs always do. I walked back out into the park, onto the cement path. It was about 7 o'clock, and the park was dimly lit by poorly maintained lampposts. That's when I saw him. Standing at the end of the path was a tall man in a suit. It was too dark to make out anything else. I didn't know what to make of it. He just stood there, motionless. I thought of approaching him, but my gut told me it was a bad idea. I decided that taking the back exit out of the park would be the best option. The image of the man left me feeling uneasy, but I convinced myself it was just a random stranger. Oh, how wrong I was. A few nights later, I was just about to go to bed, following my usual routine. I dropped my dirty dishes in the sink, locked the door, and went to the window to shut it. When I went to that window, I was horrified. On the other side of the street, the man was standing, motionless, staring across at my house. I quickly shut my window and pulled my curtains across. I ran to the phone to call the cops, reporting strange activity around my house. About half an hour later, 2 cops showed up and looked around. They found nothing and assured me no one was sneaking around. I didn't believe them. Nervously, I locked myself in my room that night. A week went by, and my paranoia was getting the better of me. I constantly checked all my windows. I locked all my doors. No one was getting in, and no one was getting out. I'd seen him a few times since I called the police, and I didn't bother calling them again. This was a matter that they couldn't help me with. I felt like I was being watched, constantly. I slept with the lights on. The noises outside were getting louder, but I ignored them. Then it happened. I opened my eyes, and he was standing no more than 5 feet from the end of my bed. I saw him. I saw his face, or lack thereof. He was tall and slender, wearing a black suit with a red tie. His hands weren't hands. They had tendrils hanging down where fingers should have been. And the face. Oh, his face. There was nothing. It was blank. I immediately leapt out of my bed, screaming as he watched me. I crouched into a ball in the corner of the room and shut my eyes. I didn't want to open them. I couldn't see him again. I waited. When I opened my eyes, it was morning, and he was gone. The incident that occurred that night shook me to my core. I boarded up my doors and windows, grabbed my father's 12 gauge from the attic, and it brings me to now. I'm sitting here, looking through magazines and catalogues. I can see his reflection in the screen of my television. I know he's standing right behind me. I don't want to see him again. Oh, I don't want him looking at me anymore. You know, This shotgun is loaded. Maybe if I just put it in my mouth and pull the trigger. Yes, I'll do that.